Hello everyone, hope all is well and welcome back to my channel. So today is very exciting because today's video is sponsored by Colourpop. I can't believe I just said that. It's such a dream. This is kind of a full circle moment for me actually, because when I first started really getting into makeup, Colourpop was one of the first brands I invested my money in because you could get so much because it's such an affordable brand. They had such a fun range of colors to choose from. And actually the first post I ever made on my Instagram got reposted by Colourpop, so that was pretty cool. And I took that kind of as a sign that this might be the right path for me. Thank you so much Colourpop for sponsoring my first sponsored YouTube video and for reposting my first Instagram picture. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you this look using the new Colourpop holiday collection, which is so gorgeous. They really outdid themselves on this collection. There's so many beautiful shades that they came out with, and I'm just really excited. I just quickly wanted to show you the box it came in. I'm happy this says this is not a dream because it sure feels like one. This is insane. It's huge. It's like 10 times bigger than I am. So without further ado, let's just jump into the video. So I'm first going to be starting off with the shade Wiggles right here. It's just a shadow that's close to my skin tone. And I'm just going to be setting my eye primer, and I primed my eyes with the MAC Paint Pot and Soft Ochre, and I'm just going to be setting the brow bone with that shadow just so that it will help blend the transition shades we're going to add later. And I want the tackiness of the primer still down here for the darker shades we're going to add later, just because I really like how the shadows cling on to that little bit of tackiness and it makes it a little bit more intense, because sometimes if you set the whole lid, the shadows kind of lift off of the base shade if you set the whole lid with the shadow, and I just don't want that to happen. So I'm first going to be taking this fluffy brush and I'm going to be dipping into the shade Woke right here, which is a light peachy pink, and I'm going to be placing that into the crease. And I'm first placing my brush on the area I want it to be the most opaque, and then I'm going to lightly blend up near the brow on that brow bone. And I'm letting the brush do the work. I'm not pushing down on the brush. I'm just lightly letting the brush do the work in little circles. Taking your time with this, you'll get a really nice blend. Now I'm going to be taking the shade Wish List right here, which is a nice peachy corally shade, and I'm going to be placing that a little bit lower, more directly into the crease than that last shade. And again, once I place that, I'm just going to let the brush do the work and kind of just slightly blend over that. And I'm actually going to help blend that even further. I'm going to take a big fluffy brush and just kind of go over everything. And now I'm going to be taking the heart of the palette, and it's a pink, and it has a little bit of a gold shimmer in it, but when you blend it out with a fluffy brush, the shimmers kind of go away. So again, I'm just gonna kind of place that in the same area, just I want it to be a little bit more pink. And then I'm just gonna blend it over with a big fluffy brush. Now on this smaller brush, I'm gonna be taking the shade Realness, which is a nice neutral in this palette. And I'm going to start defining the outer corner with this, kind of making it an outer V shape. And I'm going to bring that shade kind of halfway across that crease. And once that's on, I'm just going to take whatever's left on the brush and kind of bring it upwards just to start blending that. And then I'm going to pat on some more of that onto that outer corner just to really build up that opacity over there. And I'm gonna start kind of dragging that onto the lid. This shade is really cool because I used it with the teal and the more neutral shades yesterday, and it pulled a lot more orange. And when it's paired with these pinks, it turns out to be a little bit more red. It's a really nice rusty shade. And with that first blending brush that still has that Manifest It shade and Wishlist shade, I'm going to just blend over that edge we have of that Realness shade, just to get that blended out. I'm going to start working on the lower lash line. I'm going to be taking that Realness shade, and I'm just going to really hug this on the lash line and connecting that to that outer V shape we made. And I'm actually going to take a flat brush, and I'm going like this, and I'm going to take the Keep Cool shade, which is the nice purple right here, and I'm going to place that right in the inner corner here, and I'm just going to kind of lightly blend that in to that Realness shade, and I'm going to add some more of that Realness shade. So I don't want it to be too bold. And on that first blending brush we used, I just am taking a little bit of that Wishlist and Manifest It shade just to blend out those two shades and kind of copy what we did on top to the bottom, and it will just make the whole look cohesive. The Colourpop pressed shadows are some of my favorites. I pick up some every time they come out with like a new collection. This is one of my Colourpop single shadow collections. I love them so much, and it came in a cute, and I bought the cute little magnetic palette that they carry. They just come out with the funnest shades, and they're so easy to work with. They honestly blend out like a dream. So now I'm just gonna go over anything, see if there's any patchiness or anything, and I'm actually going to take some of that Prism shade, which isn't a black, but it's definitely like a deep charcoal shade, and I'm going to be just deepening out that outer corner just the slightest bit with that. Here's where the eye looks at right now. I'm finished with the Chasing Rainbows palette. I'm going to move on to the other eye goodies that they came out with in this collection. I'm going to be taking some of these Jelly Much eyeshadows, which I'm really excited about because they're so cool. They feel really interesting. The closest thing I can compare the texture to is the Lush Jelly face masks. Kind of feels like that. I swatched a few here. They have the nicest impact, and they have really fun shifts. This one has like a peach shift. This one is Crystal Castle. The pink with the blue shift is No Rest for the Vivid. Oh, that's cute. And this one, oh god, what is this? Hallucinogenous, which is like a blue with kind of a teal purpley shift. It's really cool. Also, the packaging is really cute. Whatever the shade is inside, it matches on the outside. It's really cute. I'm going to be taking the shade Morning Light. It's more of an orangey one. And when you open them up, there's a little stopper to keep it all in, and also to keep the moisture in so they don't dry out fast. I'm going to take my finger, it's so bouncy, and I'm going to apply that to the lid. The shade has a really pink duochrome to it, which I was surprised because I thought it was going to be more orange. So I'm just going to be building that up onto the lid. They're really easy to work with because they dry down into more of a powder consistency. And they're not patchy or anything. I really like them. I just removed my long nails after having them for 4 years. I'm going to go in with a brush just so I can get a really defined crease. My stepsister did my nails, and now she's no longer doing nails anymore because she's going to have a baby soon. I'm going to be an auntie. I can't wait. I really liked having a break from nails because I had them for so long, and now my fingertips are so sensitive to heat and cold. It's insane. And it's actually really fun to do makeup with because I can actually apply shadows with my fingers now. I don't have to struggle being like and I can actually pick up change if I drop it. It's a fun break. I'm now going to be picking up one of these glitterly obsessed things that they just came out with. I'm really excited about them. They're really neat. I'll swatch a few. I turned down the brightness of my camera just so you can see the dimension of these glitters. So this one is Keep It Plutonic. This one is Eternal Sunshine. This one's my favorite. This one is Dream About Me. And this one is Puffin. So cute. This one's really cool. It's like a really bright yellow. This one I wore yesterday all day, and it didn't feel crunchy on the lid at all, and none of the glitters fell down during the day, so that was really cool. I'm going to leave my camera in a low light setting so you can see the dimension of the one I'm going to be using, and I'm going to be using Wish Me Luck. Oh, these are body glitters. I don't know if they're safe for the eye then. The glitter is so small in these ones, so and it's a little too late. I did that one, so I guess proceed at your own risk. Shit, I didn't know that. So I'm just gonna be taking this on a flat brush just because I want a thin application of this. These are really nice because you can build them up so that they're opaque and they spread out evenly. They're so pretty. That one reminds me of an oil slick, especially in the container. It reminds me of my good old Tumblr days. I would reblog all the oil slick pictures that were on Tumblr. I'm gonna be taking that shade, Wish Me Luck, and I'm gonna apply this onto the lid. And this one has, the glitters in this one are all multicolored, so it's like a little rainbow. I hope it's translating on camera because it's so cool. And yesterday when I applied that Eternal Sunshine one, I accidentally touched it with the dark matte shades, and it kind of it didn't lift it, but it just like darkened that matte shade, and it kind of made it look wet, and it never really dried. So I'd just be cautious with that. They layer really nicely over top of shimmers though. So I'm just gonna be patting that onto the lid. I really hope you can see that. So cool. Here, I'll kind of go out of focus so you can kind of see those. For the inner corner highlight, I'm going to be taking one of their Super Shock shadows that they came out with in this collection. This shade is Falling Up. It's just a nice highlighting shade. And I'm going to be taking this on a small little pencil brush just so I can get really into there. And look, these are so cool. These came out, I think Colourpop had these since the beginning. They're such a unique formula. They're like a silicone-y formula. And when I first ordered from Colourpop, I purchased so many of them. I filled my drawer with them because they're so affordable. They have so many lovely colors and they give such a beautiful impact on the eyes. I'm going to quickly hop off camera and curl my eyelashes, do my mascara, and apply some lashes, and I will be right back. And here is the eye look all completed. They also came out with a highlighting palette in this collection, and this surprised me so much because I didn't realize it was their Super Shock formula. I thought it was going to be kind of similar to their Innuendo palette that I love so much. But when I touch these, they're so creamy and they move. They kind of they bounce. In this palette, these two are more glittery and these ones are more of a sheen. This one is a pink reflect and has a little bit of glitter, but this one is mostly just a pearly one, and it kind of gives more of a glossy effect. So that's the one I'm going to go in with because that's the kind of highlight I like. And I'm going to be applying that with a finger. I tried it with the brush yesterday and it kind of just streaked. So I'm just gonna go in. Oh my god, this is so creamy. It's amazing. It literally just feels like a cream highlighter. It's so cool. This kind of has like a yellowy shift to it. It's like a yellow gold. And down the center of my nose. Just a little bit on the tip of the nose, on the cupid's bow. Well, I put too much. Gives it a nice dewy effect to the skin. The other shades are a little bit more glittery. Here, I'll swatch the palette. This shade is Counting Sheep. This is pretty glittery and it's pretty white. So if you're into like a more glittery, blinding highlight, you might like that. This is the one I'm wearing. This is called Guilty Pleasures. Wow, I kind of swatched that terribly. It's so silky smooth, like it almost like slips. But that one is really pretty. It's kind of invisible until the light hits it, which is something I love. This is Pinch Me. Just kind of pink. Doesn't really show on camera, sadly. And Mr. Wind, which is like more of a peach with glitter in it. Right there. Can't really tell. Moving on to lips, which is always the hardest part for me. I never know what direction I want to go, if I want to go bold or nude. In this collection they came out with so many lipsticks and lip glosses and everything. They came out with these lippy sticks, which this is my favorite formula of lip product that Colourpop has to offer. And I'll swatch a few of them. And here are all those lippy sticks swatched. Some of them, these ones are Matte X's. Matte X. These are mattes, and these are the cream ones. I think I'm gonna be using this one right here. It smells like warm vanilla. It's very holiday appropriate. Taking the shade Dream Date, and that's a cream. And these, and that's really light on me. It kind of gives me concealer lip vibes, but I'm going to layer one of the glosses on top. They came out with all of these. These are the glosses, and then they have some of their matte, ultra matte formula, and then their ultra satin formula, and their metallic formula. They came out with some really fun shades. Like this one's really cool. It looks like mermaid scales in a bottle. Yesterday I wore a combination of these two. This one right here is Starburst, and this one is Round Midnight. And this one has some like rainbow glitter in it, and it did not feel grainy on the lips whatsoever, which I was kind of surprised about. But these, it's just like a nice pearl. It's awesome. So I think I'm going to be taking this shade right here, which is like a nice peach, and this is called Paper Moon, and I'm just going to apply that over top of this. It brings like a little bit more warmth into the lips, kind of matches the eyes as well. That's pretty. I really like that combo. And that is the look completed. I'm gonna let the bangs down. Oh dear. So that is it from me today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching and for supporting me. It means so much to me. If you have any recommendations on what you would like to see next, please comment them down below. I will make sure to list all the products I used in today's video in the down bar, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.